Hey, what's up? Have you ever been online shopping around, maybe doing some window shopping for houses? Say this is your first time buying, and you're like, let's say on Zillow, like I am right now, looking around, and then you're kind of wondering, man, can I afford this? Well, here's a really cool way, really easy way you can get a really good idea of if you can afford these beautiful places you're window shopping for. Check this out. If you go to the United Real Estate Capital website, this is the main website here. It's at urecapital.com. I'll put a link in the description, or unitedrealestatecapital.com. Anyway, you go here to this calculator section. I'll put a link to this section also in there. And then you click on how much home can I afford? And it'll take you to the affordability calculator. So this one's pretty cool. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. So it has some defaults in there. And it shows a home value, which is the home price you can afford of $340,000. But we're going to change all that because this is based on, you can see it shows a $5,000 a month income, $25,000 down payment, 4% interest rate on a 30-year loan. All right, so let's jump into it. And we come up here, we put in the income. So let's say you're a regular W-2 employee and you make $7,500 a month. Ta-da! You'll notice the house you can afford goes up. Now, this is the gross income. We have some instructions at the bottom here. It tells you enter your gross or pre-tax income. So yeah, if you work a regular job, put in your gross income. All of the lenders and banks calculate off the gross. Now, if you're self-employed, we're going to go off of the net income, basically the income that you show the IRS after all of your deductions and the allowables we can put back in there. But anyway, so for W-2, $7,500 a month. And then let's say, unfortunately, you have that car payment. You love sporting around in that cool car, but it's $487 a month. And then let's say you have a couple credit cards, but they're small balances and they total minimum monthly payments between both credit cards total $75 a month. Okay. And let's say you have 35,000 down between money you've saved up over the years. Maybe you got a little bit of money from relatives also. You got 35,000. And then the loan that you're looking at, let's say it's a 4.5 interest rate. And we're going to keep it on 30 years. It's a 30-year loan. And here we go. We go over to this section and it shows the home value that you can afford, $396,900. And then it gives a breakdown of everything here. So this is based on the principal and interest payment of $1,892.25. This is your basic house payment or your basic loan payment here. And then you've got the taxes, or these taxes are an estimate, but probably pretty close to what the actual will really be. Same thing with insurance. This is just an estimate. Your insurance might only be $60 a month. It might be $1,200 a month if you have maybe some like a really good replacement coverage insurance or some like earthquake insurance added on there. But anyway, this is a good estimate. It's better to estimate on the high side. Now it's showing $168 a month private mortgage insurance because we're putting $35,000 down. So that's not 20% down. So it's adding in private mortgage insurance. Obviously, you can make that go away by putting more down. And then, so it's showing the total monthly payment, $2,557.18. Now here it shows a summary of the income, $7,500 a month. It has $7,500 here. Monthly obligations, $562. So it's just adding up everything here. It's adding up the car payment and the credit cards come to $562. I won't spend a lot of time on these ratios here, but I'll just tell you really quick because you're going to see these again and hear about these when you apply for a loan one day. Front end ratio. That's the housing expense ratio. We call it the front end ratio for short. This is how much income you make relative to the new housing expense on this purchase. So if you're renting an apartment, we're not going to count the apartment against you because you're going to be moving into this new house you're buying. So we only count the new house against you. So this is your $7,500 versus your new housing expense, which is $2,557, and that's a 32% housing expense ratio, or front end ratio as we call it for short. Then the back end ratio, this is the housing expense here, this $2,557 plus your total monthly debts here, the $562. relative to your gross income of $7,500, and that's what we call your back-end ratio for short, or it's actually the debt to income ratio. You've probably heard about that. So anyway, that's what these are. Just want to let you know real quick. And then it gives a summary down here. This is the home value you can afford. The same that's showing up here shows a $35,000 down payment here. And then on this one, this shows an estimate of the loan amount that we're going to do. So this is an estimate of the loan amount. Now, if you took the $396,900 minus the $35,000, that adds up to be about $361. And the reason is because it's trying to be realistic here, the calculator, and it's factoring other expenses that you're going to have. Like you might have some taxes to pay, maybe a month or two taxes that the seller's not responsible for. You pay a year's worth of insurance up front if you're buying a house, and then there's the money that you're going to put in your escrow account. So it just gives you a realistic idea of what maybe a loan amount that you might be doing here. So let's just say you've been plinking around on Zillow here, and it's like, all right, 396 ain't gonna buy a whole lot of anything from what I see on Zillow. So what do? Well, get rid of this dang car payment, what I would recommend here. So let's say you take a little bit more time to do a purchase, and finally you pay this doggone car off. Now watch this. It goes from 396 to, watch this, I make this 00, boom, jumps up to 475,000. Huge difference here. So let's go back over 475, and you're like, oh man, but I was checking out this condo for 489,000 here. You can go back over. Let's see what would happen if we got rid of the credit card payments. Pay the credit cards off. Boom, 487,600. So you're right there. You know, you can negotiate the price down a little bit, and you get into your wonderful new condo. But anyway, so this is how the cool way you can use the calculator. Also, at this stage, you've paid off all the bills, and how about there's something else you see on here? Maybe you want to go a little bit more up to this, like say 499 one or something like that. Well, obviously you can always put a little bit more money down. So in this case, if you put $5,000 more down, so you saved up a little bit more income, put down $40,000, you know, it takes you to 491,400, and then maybe you can negotiate the price of the house down a little bit, etc. But anyway, this is the affordability calculator. It's really fun. Use this, in conjunction with wherever you're shopping, Zillow or whatever else online. Give you a great idea of what you can afford, so you can do some realistic shopping instead of just dreaming. All right, so let us know. Let me know if you have any questions. You can go to the contact section in United Real Estate Capital, send a message, or maybe put a question in the description of the video, or give a phone call or email, or send a homing pigeon. So thanks for checking out this video. Hope you liked it. Have fun with that affordability calculator, and I'll talk to you later.